This is 5 on your side at 4, focused on you.
While it is true my office could have done more, to say we did nothing is only disingenuous, but it's willfully ignorant of the reality of our court system.
Just 90 minutes ago, St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner speaking publicly for the first time amid calls for her to resign. Gardner is facing mounting criticism following that devastating crash in downtown St. Louis that left a teenager without her legs. Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. The circuit attorney defended her office and says she plans to return to the work that the people of the city of St. Louis elected her to do. 5 on your side's Travis Cummings was at her news conference this afternoon. He's live outside the Carnahan Courthouse with more from the embattled circuit attorney. Travis?
Kay, Brent. The circuit attorney's office was filled with clergy, press, many there in support of her, even after a call from the attorney general, as well as an official filing now. She says that she will continue her work as circuit attorney. Now, this lasted about 10 minutes, I'll say. I want to kind of walk you through it here. Gardner first expressed sympathy for Janae Edmondson and her family, saying her focus remains on supporting them and bringing Daniel Riley to justice. Now, Riley is accused of causing a crash in downtown St. Louis last weekend that led to Edmondson's legs being amputated, both of them. After the crash, we learned Riley was supposed to be on house arrest for a previous crime and violated the terms of his bond dozens of times. This afternoon, Gardner maintained she requested Riley's bond be revoked 3 times, but was denied and ignored by the court. Now, Gardner says she believes many are using this moment for political gain.
There are numerous individuals that have an agenda to make sure that my office does not succeed. That is not an excuse, but at the same time, we know we do not control every part of the system. But what we can control is we're going to fight very hard for justice in spite of the vitriol, the hate, the racist attacks.
Travis, Gardner says she requested Riley's bond be revoked several times, but our I-team couldn't find any records in court filings. Gardner has an explanation for that today.
Well, Kay, Gardner said that bond can be revoked through motions orally or written. She says she made oral motions several times, numerous times, and that's general practice here in St. Louis. Kay?
All right, thanks so much, Travis Cummings, for us live outside the Carnahan Courthouse. Now, a couple of hours before Gardner's news conference, the Missouri Attorney General announced he started legal proceedings to remove Gardner from office. A petition of quo warranto was filed at 12:01 p.m. and is pending with the 22nd Judicial Circuit Court. During a news conference in Jefferson City, Attorney General Andrew Bailey said his petition makes 3 claims against the circuit attorney. 1, she failed to prosecute cases that are pending in her jurisdiction. 2, she failed to communicate with victims about the status of their cases. And 3, she neglected her duties by failing to charge new cases referred to her by St. Louis police.
This is not about politics. This is about the rule of law and justice. Prosecutors are charged with holding wrongdoers accountable under the criminal code. Prosecutors who failed to do that aren't doing their job.
Governor Mike Parson also called for Gardner to step down during a news conference he held this morning.
Tonight, support is growing for the victim of that crash, Janae Edmondson, and her family. The teen was in town from Tennessee for a volleyball tournament and was hit when she was heading back to her hotel from the Dome. Jana had surgery on Wednesday. It went well, but there are still tough times ahead. Today, 5 on your side caught up with Team Momentum. That's a local volleyball club in the St. Louis area. Janae has been on the forefront of their minds. Players have had conversations about her during practice. In April, the club will have a fundraiser with the goal of donating a portion of the proceeds to Janae. The club's director says they want to show their support for the 17-year-old's recovery.
Support is really, really needed for her right now in prayer, but it's the lasting support, that we want this girl to be on our thoughts and minds, not just a week from now, but months from now and years from now.
That GoFundMe for Janae and her family has raised nearly $400,000. Our coverage continues online and on air. Make sure you download the 5 on Your Side app so you can get updates on this investigation. We'll have the latest information for you tonight on 5 on Your Side at 5, 6, and 10.